Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Airspeed Prime here with my next Avatar video. In this video I want to give you guys a look at Avatar The Last Airbender The Rise of Kyoshi audiobook, the CD. So the physical version of the audiobook is actually here. One, it exists, that's notable I think just by itself. But it's also this thing of like, what was going on here? Like, this came out like a month after the eventual release date of the actual audiobook, which itself was delayed from May into like June or July. And the big thing with this was, of course, that why was it delayed from its original like May something or other release date? It was because they had trouble getting approval for the cover for the audiobook. And it's just kind of like, I think everyone had this situation where they just looked at the what the cover was obviously going to be. Like, there was no way it wasn't just going to be the book cover. And everyone was just going like, huh? 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 Like, what's the big deal? It's just this. And especially given that, like, you can see they basically use like a Blu-ray case effectively for to put the audiobook in, which I'm usually used to audiobooks coming as like CDs, so in the kind of square CD case rather than more like a DVD Blu-ray case. So they even had more space to use if they wanted to. They could have basically used almost like the full thing here, just kind of shrunken down a little bit, if they didn't have this kind of MP3 CD logo down here. So, you know, it's just a whole event, and in many ways the only reason I'm doing a video on this thing is to just show that it exists, to bring this saga of especially the Rise of Kyoshi audiobook to an end. It was such an issue about its release and so on, and then finally the last bit of the release, the physical CD, is out, finally. So, yeah, before we open it up, let's just quickly take a look at the outside. So you can see here, orange sort of Blu-ray case, says audiobook on it, Rise of Kyoshi, MP3 CD. You can see down here in the corner, unabridged, read by Nancy Wu. And then on the back, you can see here, it's just our kind of basic blurb here. The Kyoshi novels, book 1, Justice Begins with Only One Woman, and then we get the basic blurb of the book, stuff about the author and Mike DiMartino on the back, and then on the back you can see here Blackstone Publishing. So I guess they needed to get approval for the I suppose, design of where all the features of this were, I guess. But anyway, let's open this up and see what we actually, what it looks like. Is there any like, do they have art on the CD? Is it just a plain disc or whatever? Let's see. So, okay, so it's pretty plain ultimately. Printing isn't even that good, actually. Yeah, this is not that great. You can see here, the disc isn't really that great. You see, there's no printing or anything like that on it. The inside of it's pretty barren as well. But yeah, I don't know if you can see that there, but I don't know, the printing on the disc isn't really that good. It's like it barely transferred onto it. Like, especially the Avatar The Last Airbender line, you can barely make out the letters because it's so, there's like lines where it hasn't been printed properly. So, like, it's fine. I assume it'll work and so on. And like it is, like it says there, it's the unabridged CD. So, it's the full, what is it, 14 and a half? Yeah, 14 and a half hours, one CD. So yeah, there is the audiobook on CD. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say. It's just like, it exists, and just as a collector, it's nice to have, you know, the book, but also, you know, the audiobook on, you know, physical medium as well. Rather than, you know, paying basically the same price just to have the digital file, at least this, you know, I can put it wherever I want, basically. So I like that. It's going to be a relatively like unique product, you know, that not a lot of people are going to have in their collection, and it's just like, yeah, hey, it exists. I'll probably show some sort of a thing here about just it playing in some way, but Okay, so if you open up the disc on your computer, you can see that because it's the MP3 CD, it's just a bunch of MP3s, of course. You can see the way it's broken down. The first track here is your introduction, your foreword. So the chapters start with track 2002 here, and you have -1, -2, and -3. So those 3 tracks together make up the test, the opening chapter of the book. And you can see it goes the same way depending on the length of the chapters as you go through the book. Some of them are like 4 and so on, 4 tracks long and so on. But yeah, if we switch to this Audacity and open up this, let's just open up, say, chapter 11.1 should be the Spirit, the opening section of the Spirit. So yeah, you can see here's the track, and if we just play it.
The Spirit. Master Kelsang needs more time to heal, Jianzhu said over his shoulder. In the meanwhile, we can perform a spiritual exercise that might shed light on our situation.
So yeah, you can see I have the track there, and I suppose for me as a content creator, this is another benefit of having the MP3 CD, is that it just immediately gives me access to the audio of the audiobook this easily. So if I am making a video where I want to go really in depth on something from the Rise of Kyoshi, I can just take out clips that I need from the tracks to include in like a video. So rather than me just having to read out the book, I can have the actual narrator read it out in sections if I need to. I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of it, but you know, it's something, it's an option. It's a little bit more accessible having it here in the physical format rather than trying to sort of get the audio from, you know, the Audacity or whatever, the Audible version of the book or whatever. So yeah, that's just to note like what you're actually getting here. I know some people were saying, you know, like, why didn't you get the 9-disc version that would be in a, you know, better quality, I suppose, on the files. I'm not crazy super like into like audio so much that I need it to be perfect. So the MP3, just everything on one disc is perfect for me in my mind. So yeah, that's just an example just to show off. This is what the MP3 CD is when you get it. So I suppose for some people, like depending on what place you like to play it on, like this is probably what you want, because like if you want to just play it on your CD on your computer, or this place or that place, you want to give it to other people, the CD is actually like I think a pretty good option. But you know, obviously the Audible version is going to be a lot easier for so many people if you're just getting it yourself. So yeah, I just wanted to cover some more details on this. But yeah, that's been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.